Third time's a charm, guys. Third time's a charm. Hey guys, I'm Rennie Pie, and welcome to Vlog Day. You know, there's been no games, and someone called me like while I was recording, and I already have like 10 minutes of content, and that just completely messed up my recording, and now I have to do it again. So yeah. So, you know, I'm just gonna talk about some of the things and some experience I have in Taiwan. I mean, it's quite interesting. Basically, yesterday I designated as my pony, or my little pony hunting day, and I picked up this. Yeah, I picked up my final pony of the main six, Twilight Sparkle. Yeah, the boss is still here. I opened it on my last video, but that's gone. So, yesterday I picked up Twilight Sparkle at Toys R Us. I was walking back home. No, I wasn't walking. I was walking towards a music shop. I'm constantly checking different music stores around Taipei, and I'm looking for new guitars. I'm looking for new recorders, like recording software and stuff. And I'm currently in the market for a Zoom H4n and stuff. So, if there's anyone in Taiwan that has a used one, please sell it to me. Okay. So, with that being said, I was walking through a very, very narrow street as I was heading towards the metro line. It was very, very narrow, so only one car can go past it. So it's a one-way street. And what happens in front of me? Car crash. Yeah. This taxi cab and this black Benz hit each other. Basically what happens is a boom. So this guy was trying to make a left turn somewhere near, but there just wasn't any space for a left turn. But this asshole in the back, he was like, "Oh, I can't go." Boom. So yeah, what happens? The taxi cab guy comes out with his patrons. He calls up his friend. Another taxi cab came over and picked the couple up, and they started yelling at each other. So the guy in the Benz basically was just like, "Hey, do you know how much this fucking car costs? This is more. You're in the back, dude, and it's a one-way street. What does this look like to you?" I mean, one of the things I've noticed with Taiwan culture, and I'm not sure whether this is the same with the United States, because, well, I never got into a car crash when I was in the States, so I wouldn't really know, but it feels like people here are just like constantly trying to just talk their way out of stuff, and when they're at fault, they start yelling like they weren't wrong, and they're just like they're right. But look at it. Look at how this. It's a one-way street. This guy is trying to make a left turn, waiting for the best time to make it, and you, in your infinite wisdom, decide to rear-end this guy. Yeah, call the police. But the problem is Taiwan police is kind of. I'm not gonna bother talking about Taiwanese police. Taiwanese police are ineffective. Let's just say that. I mean, I live in Ximen. For those who actually been to Ximending, you would notice a lot of those small, very, very small food carts, and those are not legal, guys. And if you eat on one of those, unless you are a native or unless you are very, very lucky, be prepared for a diarrhea trip. A lot of times the oil are reused from a couple days ago. There's no sanitation involving that. I mean, I saw the guy making chongzhabing, and what it is basically some type of pastry style food, and you know what he did? He scratched his ass crack, and then he started making his food again. Yeah, I also saw this other guy several days back, and basically he spat on his hand, do this, the whole shebang, and he didn't wash his hand. He thought this was, this was washing his hand, and he started making food. Yeah, no. I will never eat in one of those places, and that is exactly why. And, with that being, what I meant by the police being ineffective is, I'm not sure what is going on, because this one, sanitary problem here, and two, the entire street is being dominated. The entire freaking street is being dominated. My street is dominated by 2 rows of these vendors who are illegal, and they're earning money. What was that sound? I think there's a bug in here. Oh well, they're earning money by putting other people at risk here. I mean, this is food we're talking about. This is ingesting food, and we recently had this news report of a company, a very, very big company in Taiwan that makes oil, cooking oil, and now there's the shit's hit the fan. People are trying to sell off the oil. Yeah, but yeah, back to the police. And the police, they tend to make 2 rounds every day to just give a gesture. I mean, in the States, the police would have just come and kick them out. The police here are just like, hey, you over there, why are you here? And they just write a small ticket, and there's how much money are they penalizing? Barely nothing. And these vendors, what they do is they hide. Once the police leaves, they come back out. And the police, you can still see those guys. The police can still see those guys, and they just ran off. That is ineffective to the max. I know these guys need to make a living, but if you're making a living like this, why can't you go legit? I mean, why can't you get a license? 2, mind the sanitary. I'm having problems. I just drank a lot of alcohol. Mind your surroundings. I mean, I don't want my tone drop being made from someone who's just scratched their ass. And yesterday I was walking. So yeah, that's basically what my experience with Taiwan police. And as I was walking home, it's basically yesterday. It was very eventful. I got a pony, I saw a car crash, and I walked, and I went to a music store that basically just treated me like crap, and I'm not gonna go into it too much. And basically I went in, I asked them about, testing out their Gibson Les Paul, because apparently their Les Paul is pretty cheap. Actually, it's one of the inferior editions, not the best, not the one I really wanted, and they looked at me like I was I was crazy, and anyone would know. I mean, any musician who would want to buy a guitar would know to test it first, right? They act like, me wanting to test a guitar before making a purchase, or before negotiating price, like it's blasphemy. I mean, it's just like, oh, you want to do what? How dare you want to do it? You don't trust our product? No, I don't, and that's one of the things. I don't trust anyone. I don't trust any stores, especially here in Taiwan, because you guys have, not all of you, but most of you big ones have kind of a terrible work ethic with your warranty and stuff. So, that's just my experience. But yeah, they refused to let me test the guitar. Well, they gave me the bad eye, but they still plugged it in anyways. And it was just like, I tested it out, Everything was fine. It was pretty good. You know, I was just like, I was surprised, and they were just like, they gave me this preposterous number, which I knew was definitely not the right price because, you know, one, I checked their website. Two, I go to another store which basically sells it for a lot cheaper. I was just wondering whether, you know, or not they would actually go down in the price, but nope. They were just like, that's online. That is online. This is now. You want to buy it online? You buy online. Online is second hand. Wait, second hand? You're selling this thing for over 15K, and online is 13K. Okay. So basically I'm paying for something new for a used one. Wow. Okay, so I was just like, you buy online second hand. Second hand really doesn't cost all that much, guys. I mean, you know, a 15K guitar, probably second hand 8,000. You know, 8,000 yuan. You know, it's been used. It's been, who knows where it's been. Who knows? It's probably been up somebody's ass or something. You know, it's probably seen its better days. And I know you refurbish it. I know you need to make your money back, but charging it for the price of a new guitar, especially when it comes to this one, and the one I'm talking about is the Epiphone. And you know, Epiphone Les Paul is basically the poor man's Gibson, but they're actually certified by Gibson to make these type of the guitars. You know, albeit with slightly inferior, you know, internals. The wood isn't really up to par as the real Gibson. You can feel it. I mean, I touched the real Gibson Les Paul before, and it was heaven. You know, you play it, it feels like heaven. With Epiphone, you know, it feels almost the same, but just not quite there. It just doesn't feel that luxurious. So, you know, that's where I'm going with. I'm either, one of these days, I'm probably gonna either get a Fender or a Gibson. I hope for the latter. But I really do like Stratocaster. Stratocaster has this nice look to it, and I hope one day I will be able to get one of these things. Maybe two, both of them. Okay, so yeah, so I went to that store. I had a pretty bad experience, so I'm never going back there anymore. And I went home, you know, and I accidentally, there was a car that was in my street, which shouldn't happen, especially on a Sunday in Ximen. You know, no cars are allowed into the little area, which. And this asshole in the car basically drove in here, and in order to dodge it, I accidentally, you know, bumped into somebody's products, and bumped into somebody's like plushy products, and I was just like, and there's like, hey, 你干嘛？你是不是瞎了? Basically, he's just like, what are you doing? Are you blind? There's a car in front of me. I'm trying to let it get past me, and you are asking if I'm blind. I should call the police and just tell them that you are selling illegal stuff. One, half of your toys are fake. They're made in China. Well, most things are made in China now. One, they're cheap knockoffs. So that's already one strike. If the police find them, you know, they're basically in trouble. Two, you're calling me blind for trying to dodge a car. So yeah, after that I had an argument with this guy. It's just like, you're not even supposed to be here. I mean, you're too close to the center of the road, and I don't have any place to go. When there's a car in front of me, what do? What do you want me to do? I'm carrying a giant guitar on my back. You want me to bash you on the head with it? And he eventually just backed off because I was about to call the police. I had my phone. I was about to call the police, and he literally backed off. And you know, these guys, one of the things about these street vendors is they if you have a confrontation with them, just just call the police, because that's one thing they don't want to have. That's one thing they don't really want, to have on their end. They don't want the attention from the police because, one, they're there illegally, so they're not certified to sell these things, and so it's illegal business. Two, they're taking up property which one is not theirs, so they can be basically kicked out of that area. But yeah, we all know how. As I was talking about, the Taiwan police are just. But yeah, but if someone calls and complains, usually they will go and talk to them. So they will get tickets. So yeah. So I got home after that. I bought fried chicken, not KFC this time. I bought one of those Japanese fried chicken, which tastes awesome. Really, really good tasting. Still want to eat some, but I'm watching my figure lately. And yeah, with that being said, I went home, basically played some guitar. I'm currently in the works of a new song. I thought I had the lyrics down for the song, but I'm currently set in the writer's block right now. So this whole day I've been taking a break. I had a 5-hour marathon on my guitar, which it's kind of nothing for me anymore. It used to be when I played 2 hours, my fingers hurt. Now I don't feel a thing. So yeah, hopefully I'll get this song done by this week. But I have the score uploaded on YouTube, mainly because I go out a lot and I need to listen to it. So it's set to private. I'm just listening over and over again, trying to find the best words to fit into this song. It's not about a pony. It's not about anything. It's really about myself. It's about my experiences. But with my Chinese expertise, which is only at 2nd grade, that's the best I can do right now. I'm invited to an event on Friday, so I'm not sure what event that was, but yeah. So I guess I'll see you guys a little later. I'm sorry about not having a real video in terms of gaming wise this week, because there's really been nothing that came out for since Pokemon. But yeah, I'm making good progress on that thing. So I guess I'll see you guys all a little later. If you have any questions involving the PS Vita, do contact me. If you have any problems with the 3DS, don't contact me, because I really suck at 3DS. My Vita is a lot better than the 3DS. So I'll see you all a little later. Bye bye. Yeah, I need to get a new camera. Sorry guys. Bye bye.